Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. Wanted to shoot a video, let everybody know about my experience with riding the Amtrak train. I recently took a vehicle to San Diego, California, and decided for me and my wife to ride the train back home to Albuquerque so I could pick up my car. Well, from San Diego, we caught a train to the Los Angeles area, and we switched trains in the Los Angeles area and caught the Southwest Chief. The Southwest Chief goes from very close to LAX all the way up to Chicago, Illinois. It's been running like that for 40 years or so. At any rate, this is my experience that I had. First off, I tried to purchase tickets on my phone, which did not work out. Something awkward about their site was just sending me in some weird loops. And when I finally figured out what was going on, basically on my phone, it asked for my credit card information twice, which was really weird. Now, when you tell it where you're going from, I've typed in San Diego, California, and on the computer, it's a little bit easier. I left out of Old Town, but on the phone, it lets you type in the city, then search the city, then led you to alphabets, and then you had to find the city in the alphabet, then you had to figure out which city you know. It was a little bit weird. So at any rate, I finally did get to it. Then the phone app had several discounts, and it made me think that I qualified for a veteran discount since I'm a veteran. Well, it turns out that I qualified to join some veteran discount club, and it had fees connected to it. You pay so much, you pay this, you pay that, all to save about $8 and end up spending $180 a year or something. I'm not going to be on the train that often. It was just misleading, misguiding, confusing, and it turned out to be a pain. At any rate, I could not book the train on my phone because I did not want to enter my credit card information twice. I thought I was going to get billed twice. So I ended up closing the second window. I don't think it billed me. I still got to verify that. And I ended up calling in to purchase our tickets. Now, once you have your fare, you have three different kinds. You got your value fare, which is coach. Your flexible, not exactly sure what that means. It says coach 2 and then business class. If you want to enjoy your train ride, you might want to choose business class. Now, as you can see here, I don't see a difference between this 386 and the 236. However, on the premium, you have sleeping quarters. Down here is an option that I could take if I wanted to save a few bucks. I got off one stop before LAX, and then the train came through there. That was the first stop after LAX. I saved about $30. Booking the train was a little awkward. I had to call in to get my tickets, and it told me on the website that I qualified to carry 2 bags, 2 carry-ons, and I qualified to carry 2 additional bags, which were check size luggage, a full-size suitcase. It had the measurements. Now, I did have weight limitations. However, when I got on the train, I don't see any indication that they cared about the weight or checked the weight in any way. And that was good for me because I had 2 toolboxes, a carry-on, and my wife had 2 backpacks, a purse, and, you know, we had no issues at all with our luggage, so that was a good thing. Came on the train, we tossed our bags up there, We walked upstairs. It tells you where the restrooms are, the seats are, and the stairs are. They assign you a seat. We had seat 15 and 16, I believe. This door is closed, and it actually said do not open. So it's, I guess, check luggage cart, or maybe hobos can ride there if they got some hobo friends they know. At any rate, you go upstairs to the seating areas. So here are my bags. My toolbox is back there behind my bag. And you can carry on 2 big ones and 2 small ones. So it didn't seem like they cared what we carried on. When we boarded the train, we boarded through these doors. They help push you up in the train, and they check your ticket sometime outside, sometimes once you get inside. They try to seat you in the cars according to where your stops are. It's easier for them to keep track of you and help you get off the train when you're supposed to get on and off. Now, at the train stops and stations, I absolutely seen no support and no guidance. If you can't read or you can't figure out what track or train you're on by reading your tickets or looking at the signage, you're going to be in bad shape. So you may want to put a smile on your face, be friendly, ask a couple people, and get some help that way. Because we absolutely got no help from Amtrak figuring out where the actual train track was that we had to board our train on. So we did figure that out by looking at our tickets, going down there in plenty time to explore the train station, and we were able to get on the track. Now, when we were in Fullerton, California, there was a small station inside. I went in there, and you could buy tickets there, it looked like, and they did tell me what track, so there was a little bit of help there. But the one in San Diego, Old Town, I couldn't find any help there. So I say all that to say this: there's some stations that have a little help. Probably most stations don't have any help. Now, when the train came, we were ready to board with our bags. The train stopped, opened the door, and we just boarded the train. Now, they did have conductors, assistants that helped push you on the train. As you tried to lift your heavy, awkward bag, they were there to help you lift and push your bag on the train. Really didn't have any guidance as to what to do with the bags once I got on the train. I think on the first train we may have kept them close to us. On the second train, when we boarded it, it was a double-decker train. The lower section is mainly for baggage. The upper section is for passengers. So we just stored them close to the entrance, and we went up to find our seats and sat in our seats. We are on the train. Diane's comment was, we didn't miss our train. So I guess the adventures continue. So we'll see you guys soon as we travel along the Amtrak train. Now, the first train we got on, it was spacious. It was middle of the day. It seemed nice, light, airy, easy to ride. We changed trains in Fullerton, California. We had about an hour and a half layover to save about $30. When we got on that train, there was very little guidance, but we did have seats assigned when we were boarding the train. The second train, actually, the first train we got on, no one checked our tickets until the train was in motion. We was on the train about 10 minutes. Somebody came around, checked our tickets, scanned our QR code that was on my phone, on my tickets on my phone, and we just rode the train and got off when we figured out what stop we had. On the second train, they asked where we were going. I told them where we were going. They assigned us seats. I don't think they ever looked at our tickets, but it's subject to be checked, so you don't want to get thrown off the train somewhere. At any rate, we got on the train. They assigned us seats, and they assigned us a cart so that they could help us get off the train at our stop. I am now on the Southwest Chief. It's been in operation for several years, has a nice little wiki page. We boarded in Fullerton, California, and are going through a lot of California, some of Arizona, and then into New Mexico. One of the cities that we are going through is Flagstaff.
What are you smiling at?
Anyway, pretty comfortable, lots of leg room. So let me shoot you our seating area. We did not get a sleeper quarter. Didn't have a sponsor for that. Nonetheless, we should be home in about, I guess, 18 hours. So we're at a train stop where you have a curtain that we could draw. We have a good charging station. We have a place, man, look, my shoes lit up. They look like they're white. Those are like reflective dark gray shoes. At any rate, we have good leg room. We got these bars that fold down, and you put your foot on them. Those are pretty comfortable. You have a tray you can drop, and I mean, this is just good leg room. So this is our view if we want to look at the back of chairs. This is our view if we want to look outside. It'll probably be dark within an hour, and we'll have a lot of nighttime that we can rest or use our data package to watch Netflix. I hope that we will be traveling along interstate so that we don't lose Wi-Fi, but nonetheless, we'll be okay. We're at Riverside, California right now. That's the train station that we're at. We got on the train around 6:45 p.m. There was no welcoming committee. We were riding coach. We really didn't know what to expect. The conductor lady put some tags near our seats. In the event that we needed to get off of the train after, say, 9 o'clock and before maybe 5 in the morning, they would come and personally wake you up, let you know you were at your stop so that you can get off the train. I say that to say this. They made an announcement that they were not going to announce any stops between 9 at night or 10 at night and 5 or 6 in the morning. So if you were sleeping on the train, they would not wake you, which is a good thing. When we got on the train, this was our first time riding a train in any distance in the United States of America. Our train left Fullerton, California at 6:45-ish, and it was supposed to arrive in Albuquerque, New Mexico around 11:45 the following day. Therefore, we were going to be on that train about 20 hours almost. Well, 19 hours. When we got on the train, we had no idea how the food and beverage situation was. We never seen a beverage cart. We never was approached about food or meals. And a good thing for me, I had gotten a couple of meals for Diane and I right before we boarded the train. So we had a late snack to eat. We didn't know about the dining car or the observation car. We got on, sat down, had plenty of room. That was fine for us. We just relaxed. Train rocks a little bit. I'm going to walk back up to the observation deck and up near the dining cart so you can see how that looks. I'm going to try to record a little bit inconspicuously because I don't want people to know they're being recorded. When you're walking through the train, you have to push the button to release the doors. And if someone's coming the opposite way, of course, one of you have to yield. Looks like about, I don't know, probably running 20% capacity, maybe 30 at the most. Coming up on an observation car, It's getting a little shaky. Push the button, the door opens. Walk over to the observation car. Little bar here. Tables for people to face each other, play cards, stuff like that. The next car is the dining car. You make reservations to dine in there and eat your breakfast and stuff like that. So we're going to go back to the seat. About 2 hours into our ride, we noticed that it started to get a little cold. Well, other passengers that probably had experience riding the train, they had blankets, jackets, pillows, sweaters. Well, I almost got on that train with a t-shirt or a polo style casual shirt. Had I done that, I probably would have been very cold all night. Now, I did have some access to my baggage. That wouldn't have been the end of the world. However, it would have been nice if we would have had some kind of heads up to have something warm to keep us warm through the night. So it was a little chilly, but we were okay. Also, I was a little bit surprised and disappointed that the conductors that helped us get seated did not give us any kind of safety or welcome or info you type of introduction. They ushered us to our seats, encouraged us to leave other people alone, and that was that. They have this notice here tucked in the seat in front of you. It's your safety manual, but if you see something, say something. Hell, I'd be talking the whole ride. No. Everybody that I've spoken to about riding on the train in the last year or 2 or 3 or 4 have always gave kind of exciting, upbeat, they loved their train experience. Well, our experience was a little different, maybe because we were in coach, maybe because of the train that we rode on. Now, we did not go and sit ourselves in an observation cart, which some passengers did immediately. We didn't really know that was the thing to do. So we sat in our area. The train that we rode in was probably 30, maybe 40% capacity at best, probably more like 30. And I would say that the majority of the passengers in our car that stayed in our car were probably individuals that had to ride the train out of necessity. Most of them were kind of sketchy people that just not your normal friendly. It was almost like riding a bus long distance, but we had more space. People strode out over seats, people cussing and carrying on. It wasn't a PG situation. There was one character on the train that I would be surprised if he had been released from prison very long. He was very foul in his communication. If you run into a situation like that, have a conductor or a train personnel address that immediately. Someone was bothered by that. They let it go on almost 12 hours, and then it turned into a big deal when he began to speak vulgar and offensive things that offended a particular lady. And once she notified the staff of that situation, they came back in like 4 or 5 deep to address that situation. I think they would have stopped the train and made the person get off the train, or maybe at the next stop, had they dealt with this earlier. Nonetheless, if you have a situation like that, deal with it quick. If you ride the train and you choose to buy a coach ticket like I do, you want to probably go hang out in an observation cart. It seems like a more friendly atmosphere versus the passenger cart, coach cart that I was in. If you can afford to, you may want to upgrade and get into a cabin style cart, which will probably be very pleasant. And when you get on the train, if you need food, they do have a cart that has some kind of lounge or maybe bar area, and then they have a dining cart. Seek out those services, because those services will probably not be presented to you. So seek those services out, get your needs taken care of, have something warm and comfortable to wear, and enjoy the ride. Very spacious, very comfortable, and as long as you're in a comfortable, immediate environment, you'll be fine. Part of the fun of riding on the train is kind of being isolated from your baggage. It's like an extended airplane ride. Now, I do have access to my bag. I can go downstairs, I can go in there and get stuff out. But unless you're in a passenger car, kind of riding luxury and not coach like I am, you really don't have a way to bathe and do things like that. So if you're going to ride coach because you're trying to save money or need to save money or whatever, you want to make sure that you bathe right before you get on the train and keep your very personal items with you. There is large overhead bins, almost fits a full-size suitcase, so you can put a lot of stuff overhead. You have a lot of leg room, so you can put a lot of stuff in front of you, under the seat, in front of you. You have feet rest that you can pick your feet up, help relax you and hold you in your chair so you don't slide out from the old worn out cushions. I wanted me to remind you that there are no seat belts. So I don't know why you would want seat belts. In case something strange happens, seat belts would hold you in the seats and not let you enjoy the extra excitement of being flung around in the car. Make sure you travel with a warm sweater or coat or even blanket with you. The veterans that I see around on the train, they have blankets, they have pillows, they are more comfortable than we are. Me not knowing this was like a long extended bus ride with more space on it, I didn't think to dress very warm, and it is quite chilly in here. Diane said it's cold. This train is actually a double-decker. We are upstairs, and the lower level has most of your luggage and stuff like that, which is a good idea to help keep the center of gravity low. Most of our trip, we are riding along I-40. It's about 2 miles over there to the north, which is normally a lot closer. This little road, access road along the train tracks, looks like I-66, the old I-66. But at any rate, being that we're close to the interstate on most of the route, we have network connection through Verizon, so forth. So we rarely drop a call. You usually have your network so you can watch movies and do things like that on your phone or your notepad. Diane has a tablet there, and we watched a few shows on Netflix, and we also watched a CBS News app, so that you're not too bored on the train if you have your gadgets. Here we are. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.